First light at Beachy Head Carpark. The wind's up, clouds racing, the sea catching fire where the sun breaks through. I look west to Belle Tout, the old lighthouse clinging to the cliff. Built in the 1830s, inched back from the brink in 1999 to outrun the erosion. A few steps on, the stone of the purchase. In 1929, Eastbourne's people bought these downs to keep them open and wild. No villas, no railings, just chalk, grass and sky held in trust. From here the path drops and I turn east. Below, the coastline curves past Eastbourne, stretching on toward Pevensey Bay, Hastings, and the rolling high weald beyond. Chalk cliffs give way to shingle and town, the land and sea merging in a broad sweep of light and weather. On the headland stands the RAF Bomber Command Memorial. From here, countless aircraft flew east across the channel. Beachy Head, often the last glimpse of home. More than 55,000 airmen never returned, their lives lost in the night skies over Europe. The wind here still carries their memory, a quiet reminder of the cost of war. The Beachy Head WatchTower was built in 1828 as a signal station, part of a chain watching the channel for shipwrecks and enemy movement. Perched above the cliffs, it served as an early lookout and Coastguard post, guiding sailors and rescuers alike. Today it stands as a reminder of vigilance on this exposed headland. Looking down from the cliff edge, the red and white Beachy Head Lighthouse sits tight against the chalk. Built from Cornish granite around 1900 to 1902, the last wave-washed masonry tower of Trinity House. It ran with keepers for 8 decades, went electric in the 1970s, then fully automated in 1983. The old foghorn fell silent in 2011. From up here, the world opens both ways. West past Birling Gap and the Seven Sisters to Belle Tout. East over Eastbourne, Pevensey Bay, and on toward Hastings and the high weald. It looks calm from above, but this is brittle country. Chalk undercut by the sea, sudden gusts, edges that give without warning. Every year there are incidents, walkers edging out for a selfie, others slipping on loose stones, and some who come here for a different purpose entirely. Chaplains and coastguards patrol these paths for a reason. Beauty lives here, but so does the drop. Walking the cliff edge toward Birling Gap, the land opens wide. Ahead, Belle Tout Lighthouse stands on the horizon, with Seaford Head beyond Cuckmere Haven. In the foreground, 3 white horses graze, framed by sweeping light. Clouds break, sending pools of sun racing across chalk and grass. I wait, lining up the shot, horses, lighthouse, cliff face, and in a fleeting moment, all 3 fall into the same burst of light. The photo is mine. The cottages at Birling Gap were built in the 1870s for coastguards watching this dangerous stretch of sea. Perched on the cliff edge, they've stood through storms and wars, but the chalk is always retreating. Over the years, whole gardens and cottages have been lost to the sea, with the National Trust moving fences back as erosion continues. Today, only a few remain, stark reminders of how fragile life is on the edge. The tide is high, the sky pressed low, and I find myself alone on Birling Gap Beach. It isn't the kind of beach that draws crowds on a workday morning. Shingle and rock, the surf loud and grey, but lift your eyes and the view takes over. To the west rise the chalk walls of the Seven Sisters, pure white cliffs carved by the sea, each headland falling and rising again like frozen waves. They are among the most iconic landscapes in England, shaped over millions of years and still crumbling, a little more with every tide. Turn east, and the cliffs run back toward Beachy Head, the highest chalk cliff in Britain, its face streaked with flint and shadow. Between these giants, Birling Gap feels like a gateway, a rare break in the cliffs where the downs touch the sea. The cottages above remind you the land is always retreating, yet down here, the scale of it humbles you. Chalk cliffs towering overhead, the sound of the waves, and no one else in sight. A stark, beautiful place where time and tide are always at work.